Sometimes you change lanes and forget to stop the flasher after. This is a situation that can be very dangerous, like in this case. We're crossing an intersection in the left lane, and there's a driver in front of us that also wants to turn to his left. If we have our flasher to the left, the driver in front will think we want to turn, so he or she will start turning also, because since our paths don't cross, we could go both at the same time. But then, if we don't turn and go straight, the other driver will make his move and there's danger of a collision. So don't forget to stop your flasher before crossing an intersection. This is also one of the reasons why you can't change lanes in an intersection. The question I get a lot from my students is, do I have to put the flasher at an intersection where you can only turn to one side, like this one? Yes, you do. Remember, you also have flashers in the front of the car, so while most drivers following you will have understood that you have to turn right in this case, because they see the panels, other users like pedestrians and cyclists coming from the front might not have noticed that the street is a one-way. Now this is one that creates a lot of confusion. To what side do I have to put the flasher at a yield? You flash to the right when you're relatively far from the yield to indicate to the cars following you that you're going to enter it. Then, right before merging into the left lane, you flash left. You want the cars coming in the lane you want to go into to see your flasher, not the cars behind you. They already know your intentions. Exiting a yield is a lane change to the left and not a turn to the right. Think of when you're getting on a highway and it'll probably make more sense. When entering a highway, it's also a yield and you put your flasher to the left. Also, the flasher in this case is not just necessarily to indicate your intentions, but also to be more visible. Don't forget that when you're parking, you're changing lanes. You're going from a moving lane into a lane of parked cars, but it's still a lane. So don't forget to put your flasher. Same thing when you're getting out of a parking spot. People are not expecting you to come out of there suddenly, so if you have your flasher on, they'll know your intentions in advance. At the exam, flashing when going into a parking spot or getting out is very important. Another tip to know if somebody's about to go, the position of the front wheels. This is a simple tip, but a lot of new drivers still make this mistake. You shouldn't take your hand off the wheel when putting the flasher. And the reason why is that some new drivers tend to hold the wheel too tight because they're stressed. So what happens when you take your left hand off the wheel is that since your right hand is so tight, it pulls the wheel to the right and you tend to swerve into the right lane. So, to put the flasher, just stretch your fingers instead of removing your hand. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching.